What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about some weird things that only Norwegians do. So, today, I want to take a look at this Reddit discussion where somebody asked, what do foreigners find peculiar about Norwegians? And so I just thought it'd be fun today to hear about some peculiar or strange things about life in Norway. Things that Norwegians out there you might not even realize is weird. Or at least, this is stuff that is weird to us, Americans or foreigners. For Norwegians, this is all normal. And I'm sure there's lots of stuff Norwegians think is weird about us, Americans. But this is not about that. This is about weird Norwegian things. So let's take a look. Your shops hold certain products only at certain times of the year. Okay, I mean, in America, this sort of happens, like, especially around Christmas, around any holiday, really. There's going to be food or snacks, maybe decorations, just sold for that holiday. But is this different in Norway? What is flintstek? Sommerkotelletter? Grill skiver? This is only in the summertime. You know what? I'm going to use ChatGPT to look up some of this stuff because I don't think Google is going to cut it. What is flintstek in Norway? What is this? This is probably going to give me a better answer than Google. It is a grilled or roasted meat dish made from a bone-in pork chop or pork steak, marinated and cooked. This sounds amazing. This sounds very, very good. Why is this only available in the summertime? What is this? Summer... What about... Sommerkotelletter? I mean, it has summer in the name. I should have noticed that. It is lightly smoked pork chops, grilled... Oh, more pork. Okay, grill skiver? What is this? How about grill skiver? This is all just summertime dishes? Why can't you enjoy this at any time? Well, I guess in America here, there's stuff that we associate with summertime, like barbecue. You wouldn't really make that in the winter. This is a summer grilling dish. It's slices of pork. Okay, these are all just like pork. Ribeye is at Christmas. What is that? Thank goodness I have AI to answer all my questions now. It is roasted pork belly with the skin left on. It's during the Norwegian holidays. Ooh, a lot of pork, a lot of meats here that you only eat during certain times of year. I love how your milk becomes Christmas milk or Easter milk. In America, maybe for summer, I don't know. I still don't really think there's meat that we only eat at certain times of year. Maybe a little bit. But milk? Milk is just milk. Norwegian milk becomes Christmas milk or Easter milk? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay. Let's keep going here. That's interesting. It's not that. This is supposed to be weird things about Norwegians. That's kind of weird. It's not crazy that certain foods are for certain types of times of year. What is weird about Norwegians? That you don't close your curtains when it's dark? You're happy for people to be able to see right in? Really? Norwegians don't close their curtains? Why? Do you just feel so comfortable, or... Most Americans feel very exposed at nighttime. Like we have to close our curtains to feel secure. Do you not feel that way? My Norwegian teacher said she uses this as a way to identify non-Norwegians. Yeah, when I have my curtains open, it makes me feel like a fish in a fish tank on display. But for Norwegians, having your curtains open is normal? What do you even use the curtains for? Maybe it's for blocking the sun when it's too sunny. Or the curtains just have no purpose? I'm a little confused about that. Uh, my immigrant friends used to talk about this. They like their curtains closed, but Norwegians like the curtains open. That is so incredibly random to me. Okay. What else do we have here? I just moved to Norway. These are the ones I've told people back home about. Okay, weird things about Norway. Food having a designated time and a rule to them, like Taco Fridays. Wait a minute. I've heard about Taco Friday in Norway. I thought it was just like, oh, it's Friday, we should get tacos. Are you telling me you can only have tacos on Friday? Any other day is weird? Because I did not interpret it like that. In America, we have Taco Tuesday, but it's kind of a joke. People have tacos every day, and it's not we is that weird in Norway? Having I don't know. Cold lunches only. Norway has cold lunches. I know you have the matpakke. You have like the sandwiches with the spreads, and is that, I guess that could be cold. What is strictly cold food that Norwegians are having? Okay, almost all shops closed on Sundays. I have heard about this. This is incredibly strange to me as an American, because in America, not only are all of our stuff is open most days of the week, some stuff is open 24 hours every hour of the day. So we are very used to having access to stuff. Some places have limited hours on Sundays, but never closed. We would never survive. Partying at home until just before midnight and then going out. This is like, in America, we call this pre-gaming. Pre-gaming. You drink at home to become a little drunk, and then you can go out and not spend as much money on drinking. Is this the same idea? I think so. That's not that weird. The dialects. I know a little bit about Norwegian dialects, and it is a very interesting idea because from what I understand, it's almost like in different parts of Norway, you can have a different form of language, which is pretty crazy to me. We have different accents in America, but nothing like a dialect. That is incredibly strange, yes. But it's also just a very unique part of Norwegian culture. Different parts of Norway speak in slightly different language, right? I mean, that must be so confusing. How closed off most Norwegians are until you get to know them. Then they're the best. I mean, Americans are very open, but I wouldn't think that it's that strange for anybody to keep their guard up and be a little closed off until you get comfortable with somebody. There's Americans who are not loud and boisterous and social, and it takes time to get to know them. And yeah, this is not that weird to me. Like some Americans are like this, but most Norwegians are closed off. So as a culture, if everybody is like this, that's where it's kind of jarring, I think. Norwegians' wry sense of humor. I've seen quite a few Norwegian comedy videos. I've reacted to Norwegian humor. It's very funny. Norwegians don't get enough credit for the Norwegian sense of humor. I think it's great. The Norwegian cabin culture. It is weird in the sense that it is different. It is different from America, where If you own a cabin, that is very rare to own a cabin. That means you're really wealthy. Yeah, that is very special. And we just don't have, I don't know, as many little lakes or areas to build them, or I think it's mostly the cost. I don't know how in Norway everybody has a cabin so that you can have this cozy cabin culture, this getaway. It lets you escape the day-to-day monotony of life, and it sounds amazing. It's weird that you guys all have that, but I think it's very cool, and I'm kind of jealous. I'm still reeling from being told about the Russefering. Yes, oh my god, the first time I heard about this, this is one of the most shocking things about Norway. This high school graduation tradition with the jumpsuits and the buses and all this weird stuff going crazy. That's so funny. It's so not something I thought Norway would do. It's like I said with Norwegian sense of humor. Like Norway, I don't know. In America, we just think of it as this wealthy oil progressive country. We don't think of it as like silly or funny, but there's definitely that side to it that would surprise a lot of Americans. Major defensiveness about how great Norwegians have it. But our taxes are so high. Our chocolate is expensive. This is like the Norwegian like being humble, like you don't want to be bragging. So when I don't know. A lot of countries compliment Norway for your way of life, and for good reason. There's no reason to be bashful about it. The frozen pizza situation. Is this weird? I don't think this is weird. Frozen pizza? Don't you guys have the Grandiosa? What is weird about that? I think that's totally normal. At least in my office, lunch every day of open sandwiches, crackers, exactly at 12:10 p.m. So the food choices are weird in Norway. They're different. It's a lot of these open sandwiches. I didn't know about the crackers. Why exactly 12:10 p.m.? Is it like, do you like being on a very strict schedule? So much bread. Like 3 out of 4 meals a day have bread? Really? Norwegians like bread. Is that weird? A little bit. Americans don't, I mean, we do eat a fair amount of bread. And I think our bread in America is very different from Norwegian bread, from what I understand. In America, our bread is much more sweet, has a lot more sugar. It's mostly white bread. It's got a lot of preservatives and artificial sweeteners and so it's very, very bad for you. 3 to 4 meals a day with American bread would be very unhealthy. I think in a lot of parts of the world, like Norway, bread is it's not bad for you, actually. So that's weird to me. Almost all public holidays being crammed into March through May. What are all the public holidays in Norway besides Constitution Day? March through May. I don't know. I'm going to have to look that up sometime. Public holidays. Maybe I can do it right now. Public holidays in Norway. What is it? March through May? March to May? What are these? Are there some that I don't know about? Palm Sunday? Isn't that a religious thing? What is this? Oh, it's still loading. Monday, what is this? Monday, Thursday? Skjortorsdag. It is for the Last Supper of Jesus. Good Friday, we have that. Easter Sunday, right? Easter Monday, okay. Oh, Labor Day, you have Labor Day as well. Constitution Day, I knew about Constitution Day. Ascension Day. This is 40th day after Easter? Do you celebrate that? Really? That was just mostly religious stuff. Is that what we're talking about, or is it something else? All these public holidays. I don't know. The Vin Monopolette blew my tiny mind. The Vin Monopolette. Let's see what this is. Chat GPT. What is this? It is a government-owned retail chain that holds a monopoly on the sale of alcoholic beverages that are higher than 4.7. Oh, it's 4 points. Oh, it's only highly alcoholic beverages. Higher than 4. I did not know that. This is like the government owned Norwegian alcohol. Very strange concept for Americans. According to the AI, it said it's for promoting public health. We don't care about that at all in America. That says more about us, though. How impressively physical activity is intertwined into everyday life. I think America should be more like that. Like, there's a few things here that are weird about Norway. But just because it's weird does not mean it's bad. There's many things here that should not be weird for Americans. This should be normal in America. Physical activity in everyday life. Yeah, we don't get nearly enough. I know Norwegians really promote getting into nature, hiking, skiing. We should have healthier bread. I wish we had cabins. Yeah, some of this stuff I'm just kind of jealous about, even though it is weird for us. I know from immigrant friends that a typical Norwegian is very hard to get to know. Unless drunk. I can't believe there have been other videos where this has come up. And I'm always like, is this a joke? Is this an exaggeration? I don't think this is a joke. Norwegians really, really depend on alcohol. In America, it's like Americans will become friends no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're bonding over. Americans are very open and talkative, maybe too much so. But Norwegians, it seems like that, no. You need to make friends by getting drunk? What is the drinking age in Norway? Then they are your best friend, and they want you to know everything about them, and they want to plan fun things with you. Then the next day, they pretend like they don't know you. Okay, I don't know if that's joking or not. I don't know. Been living abroad for a while, and the thing I hear from foreigners is that Norwegians don't speak unless drunk. Oh my god, there's a lot of comments about this. There must be some truth to this. Norwegians can get drunk over the weekend and socialize with people, and then on Monday pretend they don't know the people they spent hours with. Oh my god, this is a lot of foreigners are almost complaining about this. They want to be your friend, but Norwegians, you can become great friends with a Norwegian for a couple of hours a night, I guess. The sudden intake of air that is like a startled gasp for saying yeah or yaw. I think I saw this in a TikTok, maybe like, what is the purpose of that? My realtor did this while we were looking for houses, and both me and my wife thought she was startled by something. And we were looking around trying to figure out what had startled her. What does it mean to go, what is the purpose? Because yeah, in America, that's a gasp. That's like, oh my god. It's like, I'm not sure why do Norwegians do that? Ingressive speech. Not many languages have it. Okay. It's a way of saying, yes, I agree, I understand, without interrupting the person speaking. Maybe in Norway. In America, this would interrupt. If you went, that would interrupt the conversation. We'd be like, what? What? What is it? What's wrong? But you getting startled defeats the purpose. Okay, if you know what's going on. I find Norwegians' communication skills pretty bad. Oh my god. Not everyone, and obviously people from the north, tend to be friendlier outside of Oslo. Norwegians just give information, if asked, and assume you know the rest instead of giving you more information than you need. Interesting. I mean, I get it. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing at all. Okay. I could go on and on. This was really interesting. There's a lot of weird things about Norway, but just because it's weird, it's not bad. And there's actually many things here I think we should incorporate into American culture. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but this was very, very fun. There's a lot of differences between Norwegian culture and American culture, that's for sure. So, anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on any of these strange things Norwegians do or other strange things Norwegians do. That'd be very fun to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and learning about Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.